Shut up. Y'all haven't heard me for the last 7 minutes and 45 seconds. All right, time to re-explain this. Go back to the starting stream right now. Okay, hello. No, why did none of y'all tell me? I had my default mic settings on. Oh no. Okay, let's recap everything. Hi everybody, welcome into the stream. Something, I made the stream wrong. Oh man, we are never immune to scuff on twitch.tv/Zak Not Kyle. We never are. Wow, that is so embarrassing. Oh my god. I I always like to think of myself as internet savvy but not tech savvy. Like tech people are very good at knowing how computers work and how to set up things like streams and stuff. That is not me. I am not that person. I am very internet oriented where like you name any internet meme from the last like 10 or so years, I probably know what it means, but if you give me like the most basic setup for a stream, I would somehow screw it up. And I do. I don't know. It's just kind of mildly amusing for me. Also my chat integration still do not work. I do not know why. I have to fix it. I don't know what happened. I have the chat open on my phone though, so I can still see it from there. It's just I can't see it on my normal setup for some reason, which means you guys can't either, which kind of sucks. But yeah, we're hoping to get that fixed hopefully by next stream because like my integration's really like not working sometimes. It's very odd. But anyways, okay, welcome to the Poco character path doc. We're doing some writing first, maybe some art after. Cause I decided to label these like coding/art streams because they're all working on the same project. It just depends what facet I want to work on. Like, is it writing? Is it coding? Is it art? Is it something else entirely for the game? You don't know and I don't know. That's what makes it kind of entertaining. Let me move my mic here. All right, there we go. So, I have like a little thing on my phone of like a picture that I did. Fun fact about my school, because this is where I drew this and then like put it up on my screens. Um what I did was I drew out the entire timeline on these big whiteboards. My college has like these really cool giant whiteboards, and I work at my writing job at the college. So we just have giant whiteboards in different rooms. So I stole one of them and then put all of my outlines for Poco's story in there. And I should probably type these out. So let's go down here and we'll just start typing the basic timeline of events. Yeah. Okay, so first thing is introduction, and then the selection. That's standard for all of them. So then we have round 1 of the fights, which is where the combat system comes into play. All the rounds are going to be when combat happens in the visual novel. So we have round 1, and then we have 3 total rounds, and round 3 is the final one, where it's a much harder fight. And it'll ask the player to save the game before you go into it. So with each of these, there's different paths to go down. It's why, here, let's do some research. Let me show you guys how I make these. The thing about visual novels is this is usually what they look like. There's like a main path, and then there's other things that happen along the way. This isn't quite what a visual novel normally looks like. I'm trying to see if there's like a good Venn diagram example. Yeah, I don't know if I can find it. I think they're called story webs. Yeah, something like this. So you start with player choices, and then thread. They all lead back to the same road. And then a dramatic change takes you off of the path to different branches where something else happens. And then you get different endings. Poco is supposed to have 5 endings, I believe. It's 4 or 5. And then there's one good ending, which is the one where she wins. There's another good ending where she leaves the tournament, and then there's 3 bad endings where she loses each of the rounds. So it's 5. Okay. I can't count, apparently. That's rather silly of me. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at as far as like what a timeline is kind of supposed to look like, I guess. Which, you know, is really fun. Oh no, I can't open my chat. Okay, we got it. Okay, anyways, so let's go back to our doc, because this is kind of what we're using to base this off of. And I'm going to retype this up based off of the, like, drawing I did on the whiteboard. But I used the giant whiteboard to make Poco's entire visual novel timeline. And keep in mind, this timeline is going to be the one commonly referred back to for all the characters. Like, they should all have a set amount of endings with very slight deviations. And obviously, the biggest deviations will be their stories, because they're all different. Let me actually do a Google drawing. I wonder if that might help us here. Okay, we have a Google drawing. It's going to be a very, very large Google drawing. So, and then we can just put this into the document. So we have shift option. There we go. Okay, so we have intro with, I can't type apparently. Intro with Mayor Hugo. Mayor. There we go. Mayor Hugo. Okay, let me shrink this a little bit, because we have a lot of shit to fit in here. So that's what we have first. And then I'll color this as well. But, so that's our first event. We have the intro with Mayor Hugo, which I showed on the channel in my last stream on Thursday. Not my last stream, the one prior. I showed that off a little bit. And then now we're going to do a circle event, because this is something that changes the outcome of the game. We're just going to call it Pick Poco. Then we'll just like shrink this a little bit. So Poco is picked. And this is what'll happen for like every single character is they all start with the intro and then it's the selection phase where you pick a character. And you pick Poco in this scenario. We'll add a little connector here. I like forgot how Google Drawings works. I haven't used this since like 9th grade because I just draw things in Photoshop normally. But this is just easier to put into a Google Drive, so we'll go with this. Okay, so we have picked Poco. So then after this, we have a training phase. And this is an event like the intro that is always set to happen. Okay, so then training. That's what we'll call this. So that's something that will always happen. And then it deviates off into 2 different directions, and they're threads that go back to the main plot, which is going to be the center. So we will have a thread. We'll use these funny shapes. They look cool. There we go. So we have train, and then this is where, I just made a new tab. I forgot you can't Control T. I'm so used to using Photoshop, where in Photoshop you just Control T everything to transform it. Control T opens an entire new tab. Okay, so then this is going to be make snacks. Here, let's extend this a little bit. Make snacks, yeah. So there we go. Those are your 2 options for training. And then I still don't know how lines work. Grab this, grab this. There we go. So the training will always happen after the selection phase. And then after you do the training, you get different little pieces of exposition and you level up your character based off of what you want it to do. So if you make snacks, then you have more snacks that will heal you in the game. But if you train, then you do more damage in the game. So then we have to put round 1. And then round 1 is our like big first thing. Like this is the first time that we use the combat system, other than train where it would introduce you to the combat system a little bit. Oh wait, that's not an option because you have to go in one of these 2 directions. I love Google Drawings so much. It's so cursed. There we go. So it leads to round 1. So then round 1, you either win or you lose based off of your performance. So then, what should we use for the endings? I'm thinking that we use... I feel like the cross works. Yeah, we'll use the cross. So this would be loser ending. There we go. Yeah. Oh. I still don't know how to use Google Drawings because I'm treating it like Photoshop. Okay, there we go. Very cool. And then... Again, I still don't know how Google Drawings works. There we go. Okay, so then the loser ending is a possibility, or you win and you keep going. So we'll use a circle for that because it's more of a transition than anything. What if I just like copy paste this? I keep hitting Command T. Oh my god. Okay, win. So then if you win, you repeat all of this. But instead of training, this would be an intermission before you go into training instead of like the pick phase. Can we Can we make this bigger? I don't know how to... Oh, no. How to make a Google drawing bigger. Oh, page setup. Okay, so just like normal pages. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Custom. Give me 3 by 12. Ah, what? No. Hang on, let me like... Oh no, oh no. Everything is long. Oh no. Oh my god, it's not going away. Wait, go back, go back. Okay. Oh, this was 10. Okay. This was like 10 inches long instead of 3. Let me custom do like 10 by, I don't know, because we need a lot more space. Let's go with, we'll go with 18. Okay, it still like extends the drawing. It extends the drawing, but it also didn't shrink all of my text. So, you know, that's good. Glad it didn't do that. Here, let's just shrink all this. Expand it a little bit. Yeah, and then just shrink this a bit to match the rest. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks more normal compared to whatever that was. Okay. Yeah, this is big enough to do the timeline. So then after the training, we have intermission 1. And intermission 1 is not consequential. It's still not passable by other means. So, like, it's something that always happens for every character. So, intermission. So, let me center this. There we go. It is not centered whatsoever. There we go. So then if you keep going in intermission, then you get some like character lore and character drops and little bits and pieces about their past. I'm trying to figure out which intermission I want to be Poco's first, because there are 2 in particular, but I think the one I'm thinking of for the second one is the one I want to be the second one. And I'll talk about the intermissions more when we go further into making Poco's story. So now, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense. So the first intermission is entirely inconsequential. It's literally just lore. Then after this, we get the round 2. So I'm just going to copy paste all of this and then edit it accordingly. We'll just overlap these and then delete the one. No, not Rond 1. Not Rond. Okay. So we did that. Now we have to make this actually make semblances of sense. Round 2, loser ending or win. And then this intermission is actually consequential. So this training is edited. So this is moved way the fuck down. And then there are 2 possible... Should I make it 3? We'll see. We'll start with 2. And there's going to be different options to choose. So there are 2 options, which are... Let's see, there we go. Option A. And option A is going to be the one that keeps you in the game. Like, maybe a character is having self-doubt about themselves in the tournament, and then you have the option of cheering them up or letting them go out of the tournament of their own volition. And option B would be the second good ending where they leave the tournament for themselves. So this is another ending. I keep hitting Control T. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Oh. Ah. There we go. So option B would be considered like a losing ending, but it's not like a bad ending where the character just loses the game. It's a bad ending in the sense that it's not the intended outcome. Okay. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. So then at the end, we get round 3, and then it is a little bit different. Yeah, so let me grab these. Duplicate those. What did I just do? Oh, I hit Control R. I need to stop treating this like Photoshop. Okay, so... Oh my god, everything's attached. This is a mess. Okay, so that should go there. And then we fix this line and attach it. Move this to be like a normal line. Okay. And then... Let me grab this. And then connect this together. Okay. And then this intermission is just replaced with this ending. I keep hitting Control T. Oh my god. So then we get the winner ending. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, so this is the visual novel's structure for every single character individually. Is there a way to expand the page without taking the drawing with it? Because we need this to be like 50 inches, I think. 50 or 55 inches. Oh, wow. So let me shrink this by 1/5 of its size, because that's what it normally was. No, 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 no. Oh, stop! Okay, there we go. Okay. Everything's fine. I did nothing wrong. All is normal again. I think I made this a little too small. Okay, there we go. No, okay. That was about to reload again. God. Maybe I should have just used Photoshop for this. Oh my god. I know I originally made this in Photoshop, but it wasn't very advanced and didn't have any endings other than win-lose, instead of adding the intermission endings and the different losing endings and things like that. Okay. So now we have to duplicate this 6 times. Or, no, it's only 5 times. And then in total, there should be 6. Accidentally grabbed 1. Gotta grab all of it at once. Make sure these are about the same distance from each other. I feel like these are not going to end at the same distance from each other. Okay, so then we'll just take all of this and then copy paste it. Maybe? Okay, spacing's a little off. It's not like crazy though. Okay, so then we have to take the Mayor Hugo intro, put that at the center, And then make all of these connect up here. Oh, that just moved the entire line. There we go. Delete that. Delete that. Click, drag. Okay. These lines are very thin. So I don't know if they're showing up for you guys. It looks like they are. They might just be a little bit hard to see. Okay, and then delete this. So this is what the actual timeline is supposed to look like. There's no actual canon ending, only canon endings for each character, if they were to be taken under the player's wing. Okay, so now we have all of that juicy lore figured out. We haven't, like, written any actual lore for this, necessarily. Let's make these a little bit more bold. Okay. So we'll put these in order of all of the characters that we're going to be coding. So, Poco, Alan, Kiara, Charlie, Lucy, and... Whoops. And Hannah. There we go. Okay. So this is what the timeline is supposed to look like for every character without going into massive amounts of detail. So here, I'll just title this Neon Knights Timeline. Okay. So now I guess we start writing. We're already about a third of the way through the stream. My goal with streaming is probably going to be to do like 1.5 hour long streams, maybe 2 hours. Probably not anything longer than that. At least for today, it's probably going to be about 1.5 hours. I feel like that just fits best for my schedule and my capabilities right now. Because, fun fact, focusing on one thing for 1.5 hours straight is actually kind of hard. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why it is, but it is. Okay, let's see. Insert drawing from Drive. Neon Knights timeline. Link to source. We'll enlarge this a bit. And we'll let it break. Because this is like our main timeline to refer to. So I'll just plop this up at the top. That's center enough. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Poco timeline. Okay. So I kind of forgot to put Poco's code in here. Like all of the dialogue that I already had for her. Here, let me actually go ahead and crop this just to make this easier to move around. There we go. She is very small. Make her a little bit bigger. And we deleted her. Okay. Unbullet pointed. Okay, there we go. So, based off of our drawing from earlier, let's go to her timeline. So, introduction with Mayor Hugo. Okay, we'll just make this bigger. Do like a 16. Update heading 1 to match. And now it's a chapter. Makes that a little bit easier for me. All right, let me make this a page break. Because it keeps things more separated. A quick sip of water. All right, water sipped. So, let me pull up the Ren'Py script. God, going through all these is hell. My screenshots are so unorganized. Okay, so we need... Yeah, Ren'Py, Neon Knights, game, images, no. Wait, I just need to open Ren'Py. And, like, close out of some of my fucking tabs. Oh my god, there's so many. Holy shit. Okay. Jesus, how many are there? Oh my god. There's more! Okay. That was like 10 Finder tabs that I just like don't fucking close out of. Alright, wow. Alright, let's open Ren'Py. There it is. There's the girl. Okay, let me get my script open. Yup, here we are. All way too many lines. Okay, so we need to find... Let me control F and find Poco. Okay. My original thought was maybe I could just like copy paste all of this. The problem is I do not know how to copy paste without formatting. There's a... Oh. Wow, I'm thoroughly embarrassed. Okay, Oh my god. The tech illiterate one is trying to code a game and doesn't know how to paste without formatting in a Google Drive. Lord. Alright. Yeah, so let me try pasting all of this in without formatting. Period. Okay, that kind of worked. So let me get rid of all the stage directions in the code. Yeah, okay. And then, obviously, I'm going to need to 1.5 space everything. Don't get me started on 1.15 spacing. Absolutely not. All right, let's see. There we go. I cannot type. There we go. Okay, so now we just have to like, oh, that's OBS. There we go. Okay, so then when we split into different areas... Oop. Yeah, we'll just indent it. And then we'll bold anything that's a selection. Update heading 2 to match. We'll make it size 14, just so it's a little bit easier to see. And then now we just have to type everything out. Yeah, there's not a whole lot written for the first option, so this should be easy to paste without formatting. Okay, and then just get rid of all the extras. There we go. Yeah, we just kind of have to retroactively go in and do all of this, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, so... There we go. A little bit of stage directions in there. We'll just put a hashtag here. So that way when we implement this in the code, it would be easier to understand. Okay. So let me copy paste this. So that way the formatting's the same. There we go. So now we just go back to here. And then we'll just replace all of this. Oop. Paste without formatting. Okay, that looks properly formatted, no? Ooh. Now we just add in all the characters. And then all internal dialogue I'll just keep without a name. I think that makes the most sense. So that's like her basic introductory phase. I think this is formatted pretty okay. At least I hope so. Let me see. Okay, so then end of choice one for Poco would be back here. Need to put this in with no formatting. There we go. There we go. Oh, wait, that is not Poco. That is the main character. And then this is all internal. Okay. Very cool. So that is Poco's initial interaction. So now, let me see. I don't think she has any other dialogue anywhere else yet. Because we're just working with all the introductory stuff. And then about 100 lines of this is the combat system. So we need this. Okay, so this is most likely just going to be filler dialogue for now. But this is something we will come back to eventually. I feel like this is formatted pretty okay to start out. Yeah, okay. So we have the introduction and everything. And just bold this and update it. Yeah, this makes sense to me. And then this will definitely be changed. So now we have to do a little bit of outlining now. Okay. Outline for Poco round 1. So the training phase is basically just going to be an introductory moment for these characters where there's not a whole lot of stakes. We don't get like too deep into them, but we get surface level-ish with them. So we understand who they are, what they're there for, and why they're here. Like, what's our word count right now? It's only about 250. Yeah, it's only around 250 for the dialogue for Poco initially. And then this will probably be another like 100, 200. And then each of these interactions should be about 1,000 at least. And we'll see kind of how that plays out. Because what I'm thinking is there's some very key interactions being the 2 intermissions, the pre-round talk, the end round talk, and the little lore bits. So I'm thinking that each character should be somewhere around 5,000 words each, minimum, which is about 30,000 words for a visual novel at launch, which is pretty solid, I think, especially since it's planned to have more characters afterwards. So let's start getting to work, shall we? So we have our training, and I think I have another document we're gonna have to go into. I think it's just like the regular Neon Knights one. I don't think I actually have a Poco dialogue because she was one of the last characters to get created. I have her outline later on though. Fun fact, there's 20 of the characters on the list. I will show you guys. That's for a video. That's for a video coming out tomorrow. It might be out tonight, actually. It depends on when I finish editing it. Oh, no, this is for the video after that, but I might have a video out tonight. It's going to depend on the editing process. Let me see. Not the visual novel timeline. The Neon Knights character sheets. Basically, these are just really shitty drawings of all the possible characters I could put into this game. And you can see every single character that I chose. So kind of just going down the line. These are all like early concept versions of the characters. So there's like Hannah's here. There's an early concept of Mayor Hugo. Early concept of Alan, Charlie. Let me see. Yeah, there's a lot of characters here that you guys are going to be meeting throughout the story. There's early concept of Kiara. Let me see. I'm trying to find there's Poco's. Poco was the last character that was actually created, and originally she was going to be the protagonist of the entire thing. And then I thought making her a gremlin is just exponentially funnier. So she's just a thieving raccoon. And then this is like Lucy's early design, which Lucy was second to last to be made. The first character made was actually Kiara, was the first one made. And we'll be talking about this character when we write about Kiara more. Same with this girl with the green ears. Charlie and her are rather well linked. And then Alan has relations with basically everyone on this roster, but specifically like 3 in particular, being her, him, and her, and definitely his husband, which is him. But I don't want to like spoil anything in the story, but this is just kind of how it's going down. And then we have Cece and Gogo over here. They would probably be one of the first DLCs I implement, honestly, because I'm very excited to write them. But yeah, Mayor Hugo was the last of the initial 16 characters that I made. And then these 4 were made, and then these 6 were made. Mayor Hugo was the last of the initial characters that I made. And then I was like, yeah, no, if he's the mayor, it feels fitting that he's kind of like the head of this tournament. It makes a lot of sense. So yeah, but in early concept stages, Poco was the last character to be made. And you can kind of tell because her and Lucy, who were the last 2 characters to be made, are like the least changed in terms of design. Lucy's face changed a whole lot, but like, let me pull up a picture of Lucy's design real quick. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Pull this up. But yeah, you can see like his face changed a bit, but his main design didn't change a whole lot. Just like some little design tweaks there aside from his head. Poco went like completely unchanged, I'm pretty sure. Let me grab Poco's image. There she is. But you can see Poco didn't change at all. And that's because she was like the newest one. The only thing that really changed was her hair, but that was like the only thing really. Her outfit was pretty much the same. Like, her colors were all the same. Her being a raccoon was the same. But I think a lot of these characters, by the time they actually make it into the game, they're going to change pretty drastically by the end of it. Hannah fully evolved. Like, this is what she normally looks like. And now she has, like, a trench coat and is, like, a full-fledged journalist now. She's really cool. But, okay, back on the topic of Poco. She never actually had a whole bio written. Like, if you look at Alan, I did 1 sentence and then 1 paragraph. So maybe we should write that for Poco now. We'll do it right under Alan's. Poco. Definitely got to start with a thieving raccoon, for sure. Who has the finesse and prowess of the best burglars around. So now we have to do a whole paragraph explaining all of her motives, because that's what I did for all the other ones and just never did it for the last 6 characters. Last 6 characters in question being Gogo, Cece, Damien, Naru, and Lucy and Poco. So I'll have to do the other 4 sometime soon so they make sense in the lore. Poco had a fairly standard upbringing while living with her mom and her little brother. However, under the neon lights, that shouldn't be capitalized. Under the neon lights, Poco and her friends would begin to make a name of themselves around Neo City for all the wrong reasons. Poco became a master thief with skill like no other, which was passed down from her father. Poco's mom tried to seal away the dark past of Poco's father, but she has a new thief on her hands, one that is even more powerful. Seeking a better life for Poco. Seeking a better life for herself and her brother. Poco enters the Neon Fights tournaments against the wishes of her friends. She has the brains to steal precious diamonds, but will she have the brawn to steal the trophy? Okay, wait, that last line kind of ate, though. I can't even lie. I love when I write something and I'm just like, oh, shit. And I'm just like, oh, wait, I kind of ate that up, though. That's my favorite when I do shit like that. Okay. Polos. I love when Google Drive just does not know my characters' names yet, because eventually they get used to it. Like, it kept autocorrecting Alan to be the proper spelling with 2 L's and 1 N, and I was like, nah, fuck you. Poco is Polo. Oh my god. If anyone ever makes, like, a parody art of Poco, the character's name is Polo. Gender-bent Poco is Pablo. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, no. Poncho. Yeah, it has to be Poncho, like a rain poncho. Pablo is also kind of funny. Okay, so, Poco had a fairly standard upbringing while living with her mom and her little brother. However, under the neon lights, Poco and her friends would begin to make a name for themselves around Neo City for all the wrong reasons. Poco became a master thief with skill like no other, which was passed down from her father. Poco's mom tried to seal away the dark past of Poco's father, but she has a new thief on her hands, one that is even more powerful. Seeking a better life for herself and her brother, Poco enters the Neon Fights tournaments against the wishes of her friends. She has the brains to steal precious diamonds, but will she have the brawn to steal the trophy? The brains. Which, like, I feel like this is kind of a slight, especially that last line. She has the brains to steal precious diamonds, but will she have the brawn to steal the trophy? That's an opening catchphrase, okay? That is, like, some announcer type shit. Like, that kind of ate. I'm not even gonna lie. I will say, there's also, like, fun little Easter eggs from the early concept stage of this. Like, fun fact, Alan was originally supposed to train Charlie in this. That obviously doesn't happen. But, like, the one sentence thing is still true, which is a southern twanged monster of a ring fighter who takes new competitors under his wing. That is completely true, because Alan was a trainer before the player trains him in the Neon Knights visual novel. And he's taken about half of the total contestants that have won to victory. So he's very much good at what he does. And then... So, a winner of the tournament hailing from the south, Alan is as southern as they come. Goddamn. Every year he returns back to the games, not to win, but for the thrill of it all. Eventually, though, he was no longer allowed to compete in the Neon Fights, since there had to be more spots open for those that haven't won yet. This changed. Hugo was just getting worried for Alan's health because they were both getting older, and Alan was still trying to compete in the tournament in his 40s, and he's like, just be a trainer, please. Because Alan is already a professional wrestler. In the same breath, Mayor Hugo appointed Alan as the head coach for any contender of his choosing for being so loyal to the competition. That is true. This time around, Alan has taken Charlie under his wing, seeing a potential in this positive, boisterous teenager. Charlie is 21, so that just isn't true. And also, Charlie is not an apprentice of Alan. Alan decides to return one final time to the ring with the twist of the fight of the Neon Fights tournament, allowing winners to compete. We need another question ending. Oh man. Will Alan rise to his former glory? Or be lost? We need a southern metaphor. Oh man. Needle in a haystack. Fuck it. Or be lost in the competition like a needle in a haystack. Fuck yeah. We ate that shit. Can't even lie. Name another. Okay. So we have Alan and Poco fully figured out then. Why don't we try to find everybody else? And sort of talk about their plots. Kiara. Okay, a super genius cat girl who built her own fighter to help her alongside her in the fights. This is still true. Y'all remember, where is he? This guy? Yeah, I have to make sprites of him because he is in Kiara's story later. Because Tobias, they were actually built by Kiara I believe at the second intermission for Kiara's planned story, Tobias is built. Kiara doesn't have the typical appearance of a super genius, but she's more bite than bark. Wanting to enter the Neon Fights tournament, she finds herself struggling alone. Using her brain, she built herself her only friend and fighting trainer, Tobias. Tobias expressed interest in joining the tournament since it fulfilled Kiara's happiness. Kiara obliged, faking his real identity in order to do so. Now with a bat and friend by her side, Kiara wants to demonstrate her brains and brawn for all to see. Yeah, we're redoing this because while Tobias is integral to Kiara's story, I'm going to edit this. So let's do... She's always been a loner, but she never found that to be a problem. Seeking out weapons and machines to keep her company instead. Through this self-inflicted isolation, Kiara fiddled with robotics for years, eventually crafting a perfect plan to execute in the Neon Fights tournaments. Coming close, she's because it is canon that she's come close to winning several times. Coming close to winning multiple years in a row. Kiara looks to boost her chances of winning by using robotics to her advantage. Will the quiet girl in the room be silent but deadly, or fade into the darkness? Wait, that shit kind of ate though. Wait. Oh my god, I love when I write something that I actually enjoy. Oh my god. Yeah, writing things is just like trial and error of hating what you love to do so much because you can't think of something, and then when you think of something, getting so excited because you did. I love it. It's so worth it. Okay, So we'll stop at those two. I will also copy paste these because I would rather just keep the characters in order of me making them. That could just be a me thing, but it does make it easier for my tiny, tiny brain. Okay. Now we just copy paste all of this into the character explanations. I should probably just make a new doc, I feel like. Or maybe we just copy paste this and then move the rest of it into the other parts later. That could be the vibe. Make sure all this is Comforta. Okay, and then we'll leave it up there. Okay, so now we have to start outlining Poco's lore bits. So going back to her lore. So she has a mom and she has a brother. And she has a dad. They're estranged. Because the mom cut off Poco's contact with her dad so that way she wouldn't be a criminal. And then she does anyway. So we definitely need exposition about Poco's friends and how she met them. Okay, so in training, we learn about Poco's close friends and loved ones. So in the training area, we learn about our friends. In the snack making minigame, we learn about her mom. And then we learn a bit about her little brother. So now we have to think about like the key information that a 9-year-old would give people about their family. What are we thinking? Age. We could do age of her brother is 7. So we learn that he's 7, and we learn like little inconspicuous things. Maybe like a favorite food or a favorite color, because this is a 9-year-old. He likes cookies, because then that can explain the snack baking game. You and Poco are making his favorite kind of cookies. Okay. And then in the training area, we learn about our friends. Met them at school. She really enjoys their company. They go on, quote, adventures. It's actually them committing crimes. Poco has a criminal record. I feel like we could save Poco having a criminal record until intermission 1. Her friends didn't want her to join the tournament at first. They were scared she would get hurt. Yeah, so we just get like a little bit of dialogue for each side of this. So on the one side, we see Poco's friends. The other side, we learn about Poco's family, which I think would be really beneficial because then you can kind of pick and choose based off of which side you go on. And then we can get into like the threads of it individually later. So then now we're going to go for round 1. Round 1, we'll say she's against Charlie, is her enemy. Charlie will do X damage. Poco does X damage. And then Charlie will not heal. Poco heals X HP per snack. So then, in the event of a win, you and Poco celebrate, but she is surprised at how far she got in the tournament already. And then we go... So we go to... I'm thinking... Lose. We get the bad ending for rounds 1 and 2. So I am thinking about combining the endings of rounds 1 and 2. It could be one or the other. I'm not too sure. So then we go to the intermission. And there are 2 intermissions for Poco. So I'm in between doing, like, which intermission I want to do. I'm thinking the second one should be the one where we decide if we want to keep going with Poco or not. So we go... I'm thinking... Well, the first one is you meet Poco's family. So because Poco has to get to and from training somehow, like, you get to meet Poco's mom and her brother. And then the other one is Poco tries to pull off a heist with her friends during the tournament. When she is supposed to be training. And then I think that latter one could be like a... That latter one, I think, could definitely be an interesting one to look into. I think meeting Poco's family is lower stakes, so I personally would think that that's the better option. But we definitely have to write her training first. We're already at like a page of an outline with just round 1, and I imagine it's probably going to be about 2.5 pages of outline per character, maybe more. Probably around 3 pages on average, if I had to guess. So... then we need to go... round 2. I think Poco would face Kiara. And then the final fight, I think, would be probably Alan. If I do... Either Alan or Hannah. I don't know who. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's Alan or Hannah. Let's go back to this. Because then we just copy-paste this and then change a couple things. shift all these back. This is supposed to be the bad ending, not the end ending. Oh my god. Whoops. Okay. So, Kiara is her enemy, and then Kiara would do X damage, and Kiara would heal X damage. I don't think that enemy characters should be able to heal until the last fight, since it is supposed to be more of a power spike. Okay, and then in the second intermission is the thieving one, where she does attempt to actually steal things, and you try to talk her out of it. If you do successfully talk her out of it, through a series of questions, then, you will keep her in the tournament. If you can't talk her out of it, she gets caught, and she's booted from the tournament. And then... oh, round 3. So this would be another copy-paste one, where Alan is her enemy. Okay. And then... she keeps on snickering and muttering to herself. Like, she knows what she's about to do. And then... her Borther. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I can't spell half the time. Okay, and then I want to have, like, an ending victory line in the endings for these. And I feel like hers would definitely be, I've stolen a whole lot in this city, now I've stolen the biggest prize ever. I feel like that's kind of fitting. So that's, like, what, a 2-page outline without going into the intermission details yet? Because the second intermission in particular is going to be a more complicated one, where maybe you don't even necessarily have to talk her down. Maybe, like, maybe you can talk her down from doing it, and it would just go in a different direction. Or you talk her down, and then she turns on you. Or you can do the robbery with her and get away with it. Or you could do the robbery with her and fail, and then both go to jail. I don't know. I like both of these I like both options of just, like, you talk her down, or you fail. Or you talk her down and you fail, or you talk her down and you succeed, or you do the thievery and win, or you do the thievery and get caught. I think all those are good options. It's just going to depend on how the rest of it's going so far. But yeah, I'm really excited to write Poco. I'm excited to write all these characters, honestly, because, like, Charlie's is going to be really fun, because I know what it is. I won't spoil much. And then there's, oh, one of my favorites to write is definitely going to be Lucy's, because it is spicy. Oh, man. I cannot wait to write that one. Oh man. That's gonna be a good one. Hannah's is also pretty interesting to me. I think Hannah's might be one of the more mundane ones. Not necessarily bad, because I feel like some of the stories are more mundane. Some of them are a little bit more hectic. Poco's is gonna be one of the more hectic ones, where you're literally trying to stop her from committing crimes. Um, Whereas Hannah is just like talks about her struggles with journalism school and different things like that, and you try to like catch a story with her, and like meeting with an executive. Whereas like Poco is just out here committing crimes, and Charlie is in a love triangle. That's gonna be so fun to write. But yeah, that's so girl boss, honestly. I feel like I formatted these pretty well, to be honest. Um, yeah. And then this is probably gonna be updated a whole bunch, like over time for sure. Yeah, but I don't want to put any new dialogue in just yet. And the reason I don't is because like the reason I don't want to put new dialogue in just yet is because I want to kind of work through all the intermissions too, so that way we can like foreshadow things and work around that. But yeah, it's almost 8:30, and I was looking to end this around 8:30 or so. Cause then, just hang out for the rest of the night, get some work done for class tomorrow. And I have like some early ass writing appointments. I know I say like early as fuck, but it's like 9:30. Oh, not me fully going back on shit. Why don't here, let's go to our talking screen for a little bit. There we go. I have some early ass writing appointments tomorrow. I am not ready. Which I say early, but it's like 9:30. Here's the thing, like I will work on things like late into the night. Like if somebody calls me for like to proofread an essay at like 1 a.m., I'm like, bet, let's go. Let's get it cracking. What are we working with? What's your sources? Like I get into it. Writing writing things at 9 a.m. is not the tea. 10 a.m. is pushing it. Like, I don't know why I decided to take a 9:30 class this semester, but like everybody complains about 8 a.m.s. I complain about 10 a.m.s. Like I am not a morning person, but I work so well at night and I don't understand it. That's why I usually stream at night instead of like I have a stream set for Saturday at 10 a.m. because I have to work from 2 to 11. And I was like, oh, well, like 10 a.m. isn't too bad. So then I could watch like a bunch of the MK11 story, get about halfway through it or so, then do the second half, and then do Aftermath. So it's like 3 parts, and then like edit it down for YouTube. But like 10 a.m., like I don't know, that's still kind of early for me. Like, like it's a task because if I have something to do at 10 a.m., I have to wake up at 8 a.m. And like anything before like 9, like I don't know why I'm just so groggy constantly. Like even like on school days, it'll be 3 p.m. and I'm just like, dog, I need another coffee, like ASAP. And it's not even like I stay up late. Like I sleep from midnight until 8 a.m. like 9 times out of 10, and then I still wake up and I'm just like, well, shit, what was that for? Like how rude, you know? But yeah, that's my sleep struggles. Like I sleep so normally and then it just like doesn't matter if it's before a certain time of the day. And then like I used to sleep from like 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. like a year ago or so. On weekends, like when I lived on campus at college, like I would sleep from 5 to 11 and I would get up like it wasn't shit. And then on a college day, I would sleep from 12 until 9 and then wake up feeling dead. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me who has these problems. But yeah, that's why I like coding at night, especially. Like I'll be in the writing center and I just pop on like a Jelly Hoshiumi or Erika Bianco stream because I'm like, dog, I cannot code today. Like I could not. Like I was able to get the first like 1,000 lines of code done, and then I like after that I did a lot more behind the scenes stuff, so it just looked like I wasn't writing code for an entire week. When it's not that I wasn't writing code, it's that I was trying to make writing code easier by plotting out my writing and stuff first. But yeah, so far I think we're like 6% of the way done in terms of like actual dialogue and implementing it. But with the overall game, we're maybe 3% of the way through. Like, we got some ways to go, you know. I probably expect this project to be done in about a year. Like, a year is probably when I want to launch it from now. Like, that'd be pretty cool, to be honest, if I could actually get it launched in a year. I don't know if that'll happen, but it's definitely a goal. But I mean, yeah, other than that, I think this will be where I kind of cut off the stream for tonight. We've been going for like almost an hour and a half. That's about how long I want these coding streams to be. About an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours on a good day. Like, nothing crazy, just enough for me to like get some work done, talk through some notes, stuff like that, get some artwork done and laid out and stuff. Because usually my art process takes me about an hour and a half. I already drew an art piece for a VTuber that I watch. I sent it in her Discord. I don't know if she saw it. But I don't know. I was really proud of it. Yeah, I don't know if she saw it, but it was pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go hang out for the rest of the night, you know? Just chill, read some books, play fighting games, and scream, you know, the usual. Maybe finish up the video. I already did the audio editing. The video is gonna be like 17 minutes long. Like, it's one of my longer ones. And it's just talking about MK guest characters, because I do not like the guest characters in Mortal Kombat. They do piss me off. And I really want to talk about them. And I have a whole video where I get to do that. So maybe I'll finish it tonight. Maybe I'll finish it tomorrow. One of the two, though. It'll definitely be finished by tomorrow, because I have a lot of time tomorrow in between appointments. So, yeah. If that's all that I got, I don't think I have anything else to really talk through. Let me just double check all FGC news, because half the time I will miss something, come back to next stream, and I'm just like, oh shit, that happened. Which, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if I don't do that, you know what I mean? So let me just like double check everything. I don't think anything new came out, because I think all we're doing is just waiting on Omni-Man at this point. We're just waiting on Omni-Man. We're waiting on the Ed trailer. We're waiting on new Tekken trailers. Like, there's nothing really wild going down, so we're just kind of like waiting for the next character to drop for Tekken. I don't know if they like showed any other new characters. There's supposed to be like 6 more or something. And we got, like, 3 months, so I don't know if they're just gonna hold off on the rest of them or what. But, like, last I checked, oh, I think we only have 4 left, not 6. Because we got Fang and we got Panda. So maybe they're doing, like, 2 fighters a month. Maybe that's it. And I don't think them's Fighting Herds showed Nidra yet. I want them to, but I don't think they have. Let me see. Them's Fighting Herds Nidra. Because I know they pushed the release date to January or February of this year. But they are doing like a balance patch, which does make me really happy, honestly. Because to be so honest, like, the game really did need it, honestly. I don't think King of Fighters showed anything, because you're supposed to get a new character in what? Is it November? I think it's November. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a new character, like, soon-ish, but the next character is gonna be for Season 3 after Hinako. Which, like, I'm pretty excited for it, though. You know, like, I'm hype. I don't know if Guilty Gear Strive showed a new character yet, because it's been a couple months. I haven't really been able to get into Guilty Gear, but I will say I definitely respect the game. Yeah, it doesn't look like they've shown anything just yet. Just a lot of speculation on season 3. At least by the looks of things. Yeah, I'd be curious to see who they put in because Guilty Gear has some of the wildest characters ever. So I'm definitely down to see what they do. But yeah, I mean, I think that's where I'm gonna cut it. I know I said that like 3 times, but now that we know that no random FGC news happened, I think we'll sign off. So until the next video or stream in 2 days, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, sis. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Bye bye. Ah, that's the wrong screen. Oh no.